welcome to Mom's Basement TV. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to be playing through the first hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of the Ocarina of Time today. Thanks for joining me. I see Phil and my brother, and let's see who else is in here. We've got Tom taking a look, John, I don't know, Slow Cool, but thank you for joining me, and Electrical Skateboard. Thanks everybody. I'm really happy to have all of you here. I am not going to get halfway through the game. I'm in fact going to get very, very not far in the game. That's my plan at least. So as I've talked about in the past, I'm not great at video games. At this point, I would say, because of how much I've been playing lately on a regular basis, I'm better than average. I'm certainly not bad, but I'm not good either. So, long have I served the guardian spirit. I am known as the Deku Tree. This game is so good. So, this is Ocarina of Time. The reason I'm playing this today, in addition to it just being a great game, is because I think this will be a good start for me to start talking about what my weekend rentals are going to change into. This isn't going to be what it will be, but that is, I'm going to talk about that today. And talk about the difference that I'm going to create for the different types of videos that I do. With that being said, it's also on Twitter and Instagram. You might have seen my posts for Zelda weeks. There's a small community of people that I have become a part of that are streamers and retro game content creators. Sorry, I'm going to turn the volume a little bit further down. You let me know, though, if I need to change anything or if I've made the volume too low on the game, something like that. But here we see Ganon having stolen Princess Zelda. And now we can begin playing. Here's Navi, the classic Navi. So I'm not great. I'm not gonna get super far in the game. I'm gonna get as far as I can in those couple hours. I bet I'm not even gonna. I'm probably not even going to be able to get to the part where spoilers, Link becomes large. I'm gonna move the mic. Thank you, Tom. Let's see if that helps at all. I can also change the gain. I can change the volume of the mic specifically, but I did just move it closer to me. Let me know if that helps at all. Nice. Thank you. Appreciate you. Alright, so Navi, dost thou sense it, the climate of evil descending upon this realm? Malevolent forces even now are mustering to attack our land of Hyrule. For so long, the Kokiri Forest, the source of life, has stood as a barrier deterring outsiders and maintaining the order of the world. But before this tremendous evil power, even my power is as nothing. It seems the time has come for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey. The youth whose destiny it is to lead Hyrule to the path of justice and truth. Navi, go now, find our young friend and guide him to me. I do not have much time left. Fly, Navi, fly! The fate of the forest, no, the world depends upon thee. So, in addition to this game being great, and it being classic and whatnot, I think this will be an interesting experiment for myself, because what I want the weekend rental videos to become will be more of a short play, maybe even a half hour only, and then maybe 10 minutes of me talking about that experience. And if this were actually a rental, like I'm treating it as, is it a game that I would think about buying? This one, the answer is going to be yes. I know that. I've played this game at least 3 times all the way through, and many more times than that starting it up. But I think that's going to create a little bit better experience, especially for those games like last time, where I didn't love Wizards and Warriors 2, but it could have been a better experience if I had just kind of shortened it up and cut it down. So I might do an hour and then cut it for YouTube later, but we'll see how that goes. I don't want to put too much effort and time into editing videos, because that's a lot, and I don't know that I have enough. I'd rather play more games than edit those videos. The Great Deku Tree wants to talk to me. I forgot that it calls you the name that you named it yourself. So I guess I'm going to be Max and not Link this whole time. That's okay. Oh man, a lazy boy. Oh, I forgot. I'm using, most of the time when I'm playing an N64 game, I am going to be using my childhood N64 green controller there. You can see the little dot that I made a mark on for when I went over to friends' houses and took it with me. I love this controller. It's been with me a long time. I haven't even replaced this joystick. And yes, I was a child. I know. I didn't have a beard at that time. I was shorter, sort of. The Great Deku Tree asked me to be your partner from now on. So now I have a fairy. I'm no longer the boy without a fairy. So let's get going. But yeah, this joystick is the original joystick. It's a little loose, but that's okay for this game. So here we go. Let's see. I can roll with A. B does nothing as of right now, but you can see the controls are in the top left corner. I've made sure not to cover anything up. They're just the very, very edges. So hearts are in the top left. That's my life gauge if you've never played a Zelda game. That's pretty standard across the board. Bottom left, once it comes back up, are going to be rupees. Top right are where all the controls lie and where I can like put different items to use in different slots. Yahoo! Hi, Max. So of those who are watching, it looks like we've got about 5 to 7 people. It's hard to tell. It doesn't update immediately. How many of you have played this game before? That's my house, and we're going to talk to you. Wow, a fairy. Tom, you have not played this game. That's really tragic. But at the same time, it kind of makes sense. You're just a couple years older than me, but like N64 might have come out just after you would have had the opportunity to get it as a kid. And Phil played it but didn't beat it because of you didn't like the 3D-ness. That's interesting. And John has played it many times. Asif has never beaten it. Well, Asif, maybe that's something you and I can do together. So she's happy that I have a fairy. I'm a true Kokiri. The Great Deku Tree has summoned me. Damn right it has. You still own it. That's interesting. I actually had sold it a long time ago, and when I started collecting again a few years ago, I had to buy it again. I was really bummed because I had the collector's edition, like gold cartridge one that they put out. No, Link is me. I'm Link. Now he's staring at me. There we go. Or are you talking about this Link here? This one? He's staring at me. I know. So now we need to go talk to the Deku Tree, basically. The Great Deku Tree has summoned you. Please come with me. So, here we go. That's the attack button. Don't have a weapon yet. And I think I'm supposed to go... I probably should have been paying him a little bit better attention. Great Deku Tree's meadow. Well, that sounds about right. This is the House of the Twins. So, one of the... so this was the first 3D Zelda game. It was preceded by Link to the Past, and there was a Game Boy Advance game. No, Game Boy Advance game came out after that. So yeah, Link to the Past was the most recent game, and one of the best games of all time, right? A lot of people would often say that it is the best game of all time. So this had big shoes to fill, and seeing it in 3D was kind of scary, I think, for a lot of us when I was younger. We knew that they had already done Mario in a really, really great way, turning that into a 3D game. But there was worry about it translating across to a Zelda game, too. My sister took some rupees and went shopping at the store. That has a red roof. Speaking of rupees, a green one is worth 1, blah, blah, blah. Cool, so that's giving me a simple rupee system. Now, one of the fun things about Zelda games is destroying pots. They are always available to destroy. I forgot, you can't jump at all. You can jump when you're like at an edge of something. But yeah, so this 3D Zelda game turned out to be fucking really good. And like I don't think I'm included in this, but a lot of people would say that it turned out better than Link to the Past did. Why isn't he... I'm gonna talk, there we go. That meanie Mido made me cut the grass at Saria's house. Mido told Saria he would do it so she would like him, but I'm the one doing all the work. Alright. Sorry, I skipped some of that text. Like I said, I'm only going to play for about an hour to an hour and a half, so I kind of want to make sure I'm not spending a ton of time on a little extra things. I want to make sure that we have time to actually get to the game. Now I know, there we go. The controls, so there's no controls for the camera, right? Like that's something that the N64 sometimes did using the yellow C buttons, but this game doesn't have that. So the camera just follows you as best as it can. Whereas in future games, when you have dual joysticks on controllers, you can actually control the camera along with your movement. Let's see what she's got to say. Change your viewpoint with the up arrow so you can look around the forest. So yeah, we can do that if we choose. So I think what we want to do, man, it's been a long time since I've played this, but I'm pretty sure what we want to do is head over to that area so we can collect our sword. Is that right? We're going to figure this out. I didn't mean to talk to this person again. Sorry, everybody. Hey, welcome again to all the newest viewers. I appreciate you. If you aren't following me already on all the different social media and just happen to find me through Twitch, I'd love for you to go and follow Mom's Basement TV on all my different social media channels, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube for that matter, so that you can find out when new things are coming or catch up on archive videos that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to talk a little more about that weekend rental change. I'm going to try to do more play dates more often, and we've got to get the Drunky Kong Country plan moving a little bit better too. Not allowed to leave the forest because I'll die. Ooh, that sounds rough. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Can I climb up here? Yeah, there we go. God, the game controls really nicely. I think that's one of the interesting things about this. Even though there's no second there's no second joystick for camera control, the controls really are quite good for what we're getting. What is this? This statue's one-eyed gaze pierces into your mind. So clearly not something we can use yet. I actually don't even remember what they do, but I'm sure we'll find out at some point. So here's the Lost Woods. Gosh, I can't remember the way you're supposed to go. I know it's the same, okay, so not forward. I know it's the same, they do this in a lot of Zelda games. They make it the same as the original Lost Woods from the first NES game, which I love. It's a really fun little kind of Easter egg for those who have played that game before. What am what have I done? I don't know if I was supposed to talk to him or if that was what was supposed to happen. And this is where a seed is supposed to go. Yeah. So I think we're in the wrong place right now. Pretty sure at least. But let's try this again, see if we can... Will he talk to me from all the way over there? I don't think so. Alright, no big deal. Let's go back. So, of those of you who have played this game before, what do you think about it? Is it something that you go back to still? I know, John, you said you had beaten it quite a few times. Let's see. So I don't know if you guys can hear that rumbling, but there's a kid running around in the hallways outside, and I can hear his foot stomping. So hopefully that doesn't pick up for you guys. But if it does, I apologize. So this is very much how I play video games. This is I'm just kind of exploring around an area that I'm not familiar with, and it might not even be where I'm supposed to be at this point, but that's okay. Let's see what's down here. John, you've beaten this a bunch of times. Oh no, this is to Goron City. That's crazy that you find out that quickly that Goron City's a place to go. And I assume that will take me to Zora's domain. I need to find the... I don't remember if you find the shield. Oh, I probably fucked that up. Yeah. I don't know if you're supposed to find the shield first or the sword first, but I need one of them. That's for sure. I wonder if I'm in the wrong place. I know I'm supposed to go see the Deku Tree, and I assume the Deku Tree is over this way. I don't even know where my N64 is. So John used to play this almost every day after school. And the Zelda series as a whole has been one of his favorites. Oh, this is where he wouldn't let me... Oh, that was the other side. Without a fairy, you're not even a real man. What? You've got a fairy? Say what? The Great Deku Tree actually summoned you? That's pretty fun. Yeah, I'm headed there. I realized that. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, the Zelda series is a lot of people's favorites. I think that's one of the reasons I was so excited to get on board with the... I don't believe it, you aren't even fully equipped yet. How do you think you're going to help the Great Deku Tree without both a sword and a shield ready? Oh, shit. He just told me I pressed... Oh, here we go. Okay, sorry. If you want to pass through here, you should at least equip a sword and shield. So I have to do that first. You were wrong, John. You've lied to me. Yeah, one of the reasons I was so excited to participate in the Zelda weeks on Instagram and Twitter is because Zelda's a huge part of my life too. It's not necessarily my favorite series of all time. I think probably Mario games would fall under that category, despite Mario having such a wide bent. But you're wrong every once in a while. Let's see what's over here. Is this where the guy's not going to let me through? Yeah. Let's see. I see the red mark up here. So does the red mark... Hey, can someone find out? Does the red mark on the map, is that telling me, like, where I'm supposed to go? Let's see. Quest status. No? Yeah, it doesn't... This doesn't all really help me. I could save. Let's save. We've saved. So, is the red marker where I'm supposed to head toward? Because if that's the case, then I was in the right place, and it turns out I just needed to make a better decision in which direction to go. The music in this game is really outstanding as well. Something that I appreciate really quite a bit. In every Zelda game, to be fair, but this one, at least for me, has a lot of iconic songs that I sometimes even just whistle without thinking about it. Okay, let's see if we can find a sword or a shield in here. It seems like I should be able to. So that was... Hey, somebody help me out. Tell me what I should be doing. Red mark... Oh, it tells me where I entered. Okay. So that's not helpful then. So where do I get the sword and or shield? I remember, like, having to duck into an area of brush to, like... Oh, maybe I can buy a shield first and then look over here with Z and talk to me with A. Who am I supposed to do that to? Ah, there you are. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're right. Yes, that's how you use a fairy. It's so great that you finally have a fairy partner. I'll teach you how to talk to people using your fairy. When a fairy flies near a person or thing, press Z to look in that direction. If you use Z targeting, you can talk to people from a distance, like we're doing. Oh, that dude that was in the forest, I can talk to from a distance. Cool. Z will just let me look forward. I can Z target. I don't have to hold it. That's good to realize. And then in here, is there a shield? There's the shield. 40 rupees. I'm not quite there yet. Alright, so let's go get the sword from the forest. I think I know a little better what I should be doing then. I think what I need to do is just head into the Lost Woods, go to the left and talk to that dude who was dancing around that ran away from me when I got close. But I can Z target and actually speak with him. I am going the wrong way. Sorry about that. We'll get this thing. Don't you worry about it, everybody. Thanks again for being here. While I'm working this out for myself... Wait, am I in the wrong place? Yes, I am. Oh, wait. It's actually in here, isn't it? Yep. How do I... There it is. I remember. That's what I... That's... Yeah. Okay, here we go. This is what we need to do. Do you guys have any thoughts about, like, especially if you're someone who's been watching on a regular basis here, how would you like to see my different videos? Like, especially in relation to these weekend rentals. If it's a game that I've never played before, I know it can be tough for me to even know if it's going to be worth... Oh, shit. That scared me. Like, I don't want to... Here we are. Visit the house of the Know-It-All Brothers to get answers to all your item-related questions. Listen to that sound. How good is that sound? Oh, also, yes, Phil. We have Cheetos. Cheeto Puffs. There we go. I need to equip it? That seems silly. But there it is. Haha! So, my question comes back. So, is the format that I've been doing with weekend rentals still something you want to see? In kind of just watching me struggle through the beginnings of a game, see if that's something that is fun or not, and go from there, and maybe play for an hour or two. Or do you think it would be interesting to kind of watch me play the beginnings of a game and then talk more about whether it's a game that I would actually be interested in playing on my own at a later time? And then, like, for a game like this, for example, if I were to do that, which is sort of what I'm doing today, then after we, complete the weekend rental, it might be something that I turn into a series if it's something that's popular enough with enough people. House of the Know-It-All Brothers. I don't think I need to go there. And then Z targeting, I know... Okay, here we go. So now I need to get the shield from the red-topped house, and then I'll be able to go talk to the Deku Tree. So, I don't know. I just want to know your opinions about how you want those videos to go. I'd also be interested in knowing has anyone who's watching me now watched any of the videos that I have on YouTube, or is Twitch really the only place that you're interested in? Because if that's the case, maybe I still do a long play on Twitch, but then later on edit the video down to a 30-minute kind of pseudo review. But it's just it's an interesting problem. I don't really know what to do. You only watch on Twitch, Phil? Okay. So is it just because of like timing, or you would just rather have the chat interaction part of it? Yeah. I definitely get that. Press R to crouch and defend. If you press R while Z-targeting, you can move while defending. So now, I have a shield that I can press R to deploy. Oh, I have to equip it. It's silly that you have to equip those before you can use them. But here we are. There it is. Look at that. And then I can Z-target and go. Here's my sword. Oh, it's good stuff. So now, we head over to the Deco Tree. I actually just bought a really cool, like, what are they called? Is it a shadow box? Where, like, in a frame, there's a kind of paper cut art that is not 3D, but there are multiple layers, but it's of Link meeting up with the Deku Tree for the first time. I'm really excited about it. I'll show everybody on Instagram once I receive it. But it's from a guy in, I think, the UK, and I've ordered it and it's being created now. If you want to see the Great Deku Tree, well, guess what? I have a sword and shield, buddy. Is that the Kokiri sword? Good grief! Freaking Mido calling me a wimp. How did you get to be the favorite of Saria and the Great Deku Tree? God, he's so jealous of me. Yeah, so I think that Phil, you're spot on about the chat interaction. Oh, jeez. There we go. That's right. I need these to light. So I think that's part of why I'm talking about this. I agree with you that the chat interaction, being able to kind of watch and converse with me while I'm playing is totally awesome. I think it's an awesome opportunity that, it kind of brings us into almost as if, we were all hanging out in a dorm room or something, and I was playing and there were people on a couch behind me watching. And you guys get to be that. And we get to kind of reenact that whole process of playing video games that we all had growing up. There's the Deku Tree. So I like that part of it, Phil. But at the same time, I think that there's a lot lost in translation when something gets put over to YouTube, because you don't get that chance to interact. I've been able to get the chat on the screen so people can see what interaction is happening, but it's just not quite the same. So maybe I'll just work on editing the videos down after the fact instead of just posting them straight up. That might be what I do instead, but we'll see. That Wizards and Warriors game just left a bad taste in my mouth. Listen carefully to what I, the Deku Tree, am about to tell thee. Thy slumber these past moons must have been restless and full of nightmares. As the servants of evil gain strength, a vile climate pervades the land and causes nightmares to those sensitive to it. Verily, thou hast felt it. Max, the time has come to test thy courage. I have been cursed. I need you to break the curse with your wisdom and courage. Dost thou have courage enough to undertake this task? Yeah, I think so. Who answers no there? And what happens if you answer no? All good questions, Max. Thank you. Appreciate it. Here we go. So the first dungeon in the game starts off right away. Have any of you guys played the Breath of the Wild game yet? Here we go. I wish I had full hearts. Phil has not, and doesn't plan to. Would you watch someone play that game, Phil? Or does it not interest you at all? Like, all the way through, I'm talking about. Like, a full playthrough. Yeah? Alright, fair enough. And we still don't know what these do yet. That's okay. I'm just asking. I wonder, just I guess especially what kind of games people are interested in. I was hoping to collect a heart or two from around there, but I guess that's not going to happen. Oh well. We'll head inside with only 2 of the 3 hearts. You hit them and they give clues? The little eye things? I guess I should have tried that. We'll try it again over here. How many of these sticks do I have? 7. And I can only collect 10. Let's see. The current time is 12. Okay. Cool. Oh, later on the time is going to matter, right? Because of the Ocarina changing time, you know? Hence the name of the game. I don't know if you guys know, but there's an Ocarina that controls time to some degree. Allows time travel to happen. The reason I asked about Breath of the Wild is because it appears to many that Breath of the Wild is basically a far... Oops. So, oh jeez, that was really bad. So in the series of Zelda games, Ocarina of Time happens, and then Majora's Mask happens. That's the sequel to N64, if you're not familiar, or the sequel on N64, and it's the exact same engine that this game has, but just a new story. And then Wind Waker is like a far future where this world was flooded, and hundreds of years later, there's a new Zelda game, or Zelda, Princess Zelda and Link, who are in charge of making sure that Ganon gets stopped, basically. And then, long after Wind Waker, it appears Breath of the Wild happens. It really seems that way, at least. Could be totally wrong. I don't think so, but it definitely seems that way. Why don't I have my sword out right now? There we go. That's interesting. So A will... Okay. I'm relearning the controls. I apologize. Ooh, these are going to be some hearts. That's good. Get that beeping to stop. Okay. And then there's this last one. And now, I'm fairly certain that what we need to do is light some sticks on fire. And burn that web. Right? Pretty sure. I remember doing that. But Breath of the Wild is... Man, this is hard. So Breath of the Wild is probably, is in my opinion, the best Zelda game. Just period. It is the best Zelda game. It is not my favorite. I think I've talked about this online a little bit, so you might have seen some conversation about this. But I really do truly think that it is the best. Look at this wall. The vines growing on it give a rough surface. Maybe you can climb it. Heck yeah, I can climb it. But first, let's open up this treasure chest, you know? Ocarina of Time is the... This might be the game that kept me from, like, not playing video games anymore. Because early in the N64's lifetime, there just weren't a lot of games on it. And the Super Mario 64 game came out, and then after that, it took a little while for it to pick up steam, because the launch titles were Super Mario 64, Pilot Wing 64, and done. But then this game came out, and it kind of reinvigorated my love of games and reminded me how much I had loved Link to the Past and Link's Awakening, which I think might be my favorite Zelda game, oddly enough, even though it's a smaller Game Boy title. But this game is just really, really fantastic. Okay, can I don't have... Yeah, see, that's just a... I don't think so I'm not sure that I can attack this guy until I get the slingshot. So we're just gonna not do it. How do I... How do I un... There we go. Okay, can I go through here yet? You can open a door by standing in front of it and pressing A. Pay attention to what the action icon says. That's the blue icon at the top of the screen. Cool. Let's go through this door. Uh-oh. Forgive me, master? If I give you a clue, will you let me go? When you jump off a high cliff, if you hold forward, you will roll on the ground when you land and won't get hurt from the fall. I can't guarantee it will work, though, if the cliff is really, really high. Alright. Thanks, bud. Cool. Great, I came from there, I go in here. Well, that wasn't nice. Oh, I can't go back. That's cool. Yeah, if you haven't had a chance to play Breath of the Wild, and you own a Switch or a Wii U, I very highly recommend it. My friend Z, who was on my episode of Drunky Kong Country, would heavily disagree with me, but he also has only spent about 10 minutes playing the damn thing, and just hates the things that I love, is really what it's about. Sorry, Z, it's true. Press C to take it out, and hold it. As you hold C, you can aim, then release to release a Deku Seed. If you want to shoot right away, you first press C, hold down C a little longer to get a seed ready. Okay, cool. So we need to switch to that. Oh, Deku Seeds are different than Deku Nuts. You know what? I didn't pay attention when it told me what a Deku Nut does. Can one of you guys look it up for me and let me know what a Deku Nut does? Because I probably should figure that out before I continue. Okay, I didn't need that. I think it did like a flash bomb, but why would I need that? Okay, so here we go. This is my first slingshot attempt to make a ladder fall. Oh, someone outside my apartment is smoking weed, and it smells great. Goodness gracious. It's interesting to look at 3D games from the N64 era as well. It's just it doesn't hold up nearly as well as so many others. What is this? Just looking at it, you know, it's just not. It doesn't hold up, unfortunately. Let's pick these up. We're getting pretty close to the next section of... Go to the next section of the dungeon. This one isn't super long, but I bet this dungeon is all I'm going to be able to get to since it's already 11 o'clock, which is totally fine. I'm happy to play through the first dungeon of this game and then be done with it. But you know, I think okay, let's see. Gosh, the controls really are archaic feeling though. I know that this game was re-released on the 3DS, and I wonder if the controls, I mean the controls must have been changed quite a bit to make it a more modernized version, but I've never played that version because I have this, and I also have the Master Quest version on GameCube, so I just haven't really found a need to invest in another copy of the same game, which I hope is a good reason and maybe obvious. So that's good, but I need to light this first, I think. There we go, and... Oh, you piece of shit. You destroyed a gold skull teal. Oh, I forgot about these. I got a token proving I destroyed it. So gold skull teals are a extra thing in the game that you don't have to collect. Like, they're totally unnecessary. But you can see right here, it shows how many you've got. And it's just one of those, like, completionist type things that you could do. So if this were a game that you wanted to, like, officially complete 100% the game, you would need to go through and collect all of those gold skulltulas that are hidden in certain places. Like, this one was actually really easy to get. Later. Oh. Hello. I forgot for a second that in order to kill that guy, you have to hit him so he stands straight up, and then hit him again. Okay, so that stays lit. So I don't need to do that again. I just need to now get across here. Oh, the sound is so good. Every time I find an item in this, I'm going to feel good about it. Now you can see the locations of many hidden things in the dungeon with the compass, and it will show me where I am as well. So let's take a look at the map really quick. Here we go. So, we are currently on the 3rd floor. There's another treasure chest in basement 1, but we're not there yet. We need to get down. Head back downward. Is there... Okay, so I can turn that off and on. I almost feel like there used to be a way to, I feel like there was a way to make the map, instead of being like the individual room that you're in, a larger section of it, but I could just be remembering incorrectly. I don't really care about that, dude. Oh, I forgot. It's not, you don't burn the web. You jump down to the web. I remember now. That's why that heart is over there. It gives you the chance to refill. There we go. Whoa, what's happening? Oh, I wasn't targeted when I was shooting him before. That's stupid. There we are. And now, oh, didn't even need to. But that's okay. So now we're gonna jump. Oh, it didn't happen. I thought... Oh, shit. Damn. Okay, so I'm doing something wrong. Do I need to get fire after all? Maybe I was right. I don't think so, though. I'm pretty sure you just are supposed to be able to jump and hit the middle. Let's just try again. No big deal. No big doochie. Alright. wish those guys weren't back. But maybe that's okay. It probably doesn't matter, right? Oh, maybe it does. Perfect. That sucks. You have to jump with the fire. Smart. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Do these guys come after me? No, they just spin around. So I've got to get fire, jump down. You might be right. Maybe that's why I was remembering it that way, because you do have to do it. But where do I get the fire from? From inside here? I don't think I can carry it from room to room. I guess I'll try it, though. Actually, is there more up here? Wait. Oh, wrong button. Damn it. Let's see. Is there anything to shoot at? You think I can? Alright, I'll give it a try. Let's see. We'll go back to the room. Over here. Snag the... Oh, what? Why did... Oh, I see. Okay. I think this opens the door for me from behind. Great. And we'll see if I can carry this through. Ah, you were right. So that doesn't do anything there. Oh, it went out. How do I... Have to do it in a certain amount of time before the stick burns out. Okay, we'll give it another try. It's just weird because that means I have to kill this guy with the stick? Or is there one slot that's left open for me? No. Okay, all of these have a giant Skulltula. So I'm going to come out, I'm going to go left, and hopefully this one that I'm about to kill will already be dead. How about that? I hope you're right, John. We're going to find out, though. Okay, so he's dead. We're going to come in here. I'm going to burn the stick. Then I gotta rush to make it happen. Maybe I should put it away and do it again. Oh, shit. I don't think you're right, because I can't go through them. Hey Phil, if you're still in the room, take a look for me. Am I supposed to burn the web that's down below, or do I just jump down into it? I'm gonna try jumping down into it again, unless someone gets the answer in the next couple seconds, because I think that's all you're supposed to do. I'm almost sure. You just have to aim, you know? Anyone? I'm going to give you 3 more seconds. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. Try attacking him with the fire stick? I don't think that... I mean, I'll do it. Alright. Before I jump down, because it takes time to get back up. We'll try it one more time. Okay, here we go. Got the stick. Like that. We're going to then put it away. Phil doesn't know offhand. He's taking a look for me, though. We're going to do this. We're going to head out. We're going to attack the Skulltula with the fire stick. Doesn't do shit. You're fucking me over, John. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. I'll get it, though. Don't you worry. We're gonna figure this thing out. I think it's just this. I think I just have to... Yeah, I knew it. Man, I should have just tried a second time. Okay, so... Don't need to look it up anymore. It was just a long jump. It had nothing to do with fire. And now... If I waited until he turned, he would have... oh... I wasn't paying attention. Oh, boy. First death. I don't think I've died in any game that I've streamed. Is that right? I'm not sure. But good news, we already are where we need to be. We can just head straight down. No rush. Just gotta pay attention to what's happening around me, you know? Okay. Oh, shit. What the hell? Why isn't it... Something's weird about the control. Maybe I'm just not fully understanding what's happening around me, but here we go. Now we're good to go. Okay, so this is the one that I have to burn. I knew that there was a little of both. So, John, you were right. I was right. We can both feel good about ourselves. What does this do? Okay, great. And then I need to make sure I don't fall into the water. And that opens up that. See? I remember. I remember this game. Don't you worry. We're figuring this out. Can I get up there is the question. I don't think so. But let's see if there's any, like, ladders or anything just floating around. Doesn't look like it. There's a Skulltula, though. Apparently I don't remember the aiming. Let's go get that golden Skulltula. What? How do I get it? Oh no. Can I not get the thing? That doesn't make any sense. Oh my gosh. That sucks. I don't have any way of getting it. Alright, that's okay. So we're gonna keep going. Things are going great. Don't you worry about it. Oh, I forgot to put my shield up. Alright, what's he gonna teach me this time? You will never beat my brothers up ahead unless you punish them in the proper order. The order is 2, 3, 1. 23 is number 1. 2, 3, 1. Okay. Cool. I assume I have to... Actually, let's see if I can collect some nuts and shit. Okay, good. There we go. Almost a full rack. And I think I can do this. Very good. We're playing this game. This is getting real. Let's pull my sword out and head inside. 2, 3, 1. I don't... After you get into the water, if you hold down A, you can dive. I bet there are some interesting things underwater. Okay. We'll head down there. Oh, I hold A. I see. I get it. There's a button here. Nice. Which did what? So it's a timer there. But what is it doing? this gonna hurt me? Or it's low? Oh, it's low enough that it's not gonna hurt me. Okay. Cool. Okay, that was great. Figured that out right away. Let's get some more resources here. And here we go. This is a good game. I think this might be one of my first series that I do. Stand next to this block and grab hold of it with A. While holding A, you can push or pull. You stand next to the block and press A while pressing that toward the block. Oh, you can climb on top of it instead. Cool. Thank you. So I'm going to move it to where I probably need it, which is most likely all the way over. I guess I could have looked first. And then we go up here. Oops. Climb it. And head on through the door. Uh-oh. 2, 3, 1 was the order, right? Oh, that was not smart. 2. Where? Oh! But where's 3? Ah. Is that the same one? Uh-oh. I think I did it in the wrong order. Shit. Maybe the order doesn't matter? Maybe he was talking about something else? God, this game is... Oh, okay, there were 4 of them. So the order didn't matter in this case. This was not what he was talking about. Okay. Yeah, we'll get to it in a minute. I know this... Oops. Dang it. I know the dungeon's not super long. But I hope I can finish it in the time frame that I wanted to. So obviously I need to burn the... Oh, shit. What the hell is that? Oh, come on. Do better. I bet if I had looked up, I could have seen them before that happened. Right. Oh yeah, and there's another one. Well, let's not let that happen. Not get it? I guess not. Damn, come on, target the right guy. Okay, so this is one of the things that I remember. Oh, jeez. I got both of them together. That's alright. But now, let's see. Okay, hopefully I can get a heart from here. Good. And so which way should I go? Let's see. Let's look at the map here. So to the right. Oh, those are... Wait, is this... So that's not a doorway, that's just a path. So let's do that first. this away, and then we'll attack him. Fuck, man. Oh my gosh, I'm stuck. Oh boy. That did not go the way it should have. So why? Maybe if you run out of sticks or something? I don't know. It's kind of a waste of time and resources. But that's okay. Let's go burn up this other one. Thanks again, everybody, for being here. If you are just joining me, this is Ocarina of Time on N64. I'm playing with my original green N64 controller, and unfortunately not my original cartridge, but an original cartridge. I'm playing on the gold-colored Collector's Edition one. I actually do own both copies, the gray and the gold, but that's because I'm a weird collector who sometimes collects things that he doesn't need, you know? Which is fine. I really appreciate everyone being here. Like, really, truly. I hope you're having as much fun as I am. There we are. So that makes it so I can get back up here easily. This is going to be... I'm not going to make the same mistake I've been making. I can now get this gold spatula here. Cool. Not that it matters, but still, since it's here and I saw it, I may as well do it. Alright, we're going to climb, and we're back to where we were. Fuck, man. I am not good at the battling in this game, clearly. We'll work on it, though. Like I said, this might be my next, Wait, what am I missing something here now? Oh, I can, do that. Which I've already done? This is weird. Have I been here already? Oh, I need to get the fire over to the web. Oh, man. Oh, the fire went out. Okay, we're gonna need to... So this is where the camera angles come into play. It can get pretty tough if you don't control the angles quite well enough, but... Oh, I didn't mean to put it away. I meant to roll. Try one more time. Yeah, like I said, I have a pretty good feeling that the camera angles and stuff were likely fixed in quite a lot of different ways with the 3DS version. So if you have a 3DS, that could be good. And I've also never played the Master Quest version on GameCube. I just picked it up the other day. It's for the first time. And I'm interested to see if maybe they change the controls for that too, because the GameCube does have the yellow C stick, so that could be used for controls pretty easily. Alright, are we ready? I think this might be the boss for the dungeon. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it is. Oh, I was wrong. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we're about to get there. Because those were all... Oh. What was it? 2, 3, 1. Okay. Okay, there's 2. 3. 3. And... How did you know our secret? Because your brother told me, dummy. It's so annoying that I'm going to reveal the secret of Queen Goma to you. In order to administer the coup de grace to Queen Goma, strike with your sword while she's stunned. Oh, Queenie, sorry about that. Thanks. Alright, so yeah, here we go. Final boss. Final boss. Not final boss. The boss of the dungeon. And probably the, or nearing the end of our stream. But again, thanks everybody. I appreciate you. I hope you're having a good time. I know I am, because I'm playing video games, so I'm always having fun when I'm doing that. And it's been especially interesting to be able to have you all join me, because I think, as I've sometimes talked about, some of my best video game memories and experiences have been with somebody nearby, either watching me play or watching someone else play a video game. So it's been really, really great to be able to experience that all again with all of you. Especially to those of you who have been here many times before and continue to show up. I really, really do appreciate it. What are you doing? Okay. Am I supposed to try to shoot her from there? Oh, there's little weirdos. Man, it's crazy how much improved the Z targeting, I mean, it wasn't called Z targeting anymore, but in Twilight Princess, how much better it got. Here we go. So I killed the little Gomas. Oh, shit. How am I... Okay. I'm a little confused about what my next thing is supposed to be. Oh! Navi. It's one of... Oh, she'll tell me about Goma. That's cool. It's one of the parasitic monsters inside the Deku tree. Its eye is vulnerable when it is red. Okay, that's good to realize. So let's kill some of these little monsters. Oh, I can kill them before they hatch, too. That's good to realize. But more importantly, I can kill it and hopefully get a heart. No, but that's okay. I needed those also. So it's vulnerable when its eye is red. Aha! Thank you, Navi, for giving me the clue that I needed. Is Goma... I think Goma is one of the bosses in quite a few Zelda games. What other Zelda games is Goma in? Anyone have it? Get over here. A rupee. I don't need rupees. Let's see. We gotta wait for it to turn red, shoot it, and then go nuts with the sword. We might be getting close. It usually takes maybe 3 or 4 attempts like that. This is Goma. Oh, what is Goma? I think it's like a weird spider type thing. Spider's probably not correct. It's not an arachnid. I think it's only got 6 legs or 4 legs. Maybe it's more scorpion than spider. starts from these then. That makes more sense. Here we go. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. We did it. Yeah, you gotta shoot the scorpion in the eye. It's a weird spider scorpion. Has an eyeball. You shoot it. Then after you shoot it, you hit it with a sword a bunch. And then this happens. I mean, obviously. If you don't know that already, you're doing something wrong. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that heart container. If you've never played a Zelda game, you gotta make sure you get all of these every time you play one. Because it increases your maximum life energy. Alright. I'm gonna fill up on resources here before I leave. So, while the controls are a little funky, especially compared to a modern game, this game is good. Even just this first hour and a half that we've played so far has really felt tremendous. And I think this game could be one that deserves like a true HD remake at some point in the future. The Deku Tree is thankful. I hope he closes his mouth. I've demonstrated courage, and he knew that I'd be able to carry out his wishes. Now I have yet more to tell ye. Wouldst thou listen? Yeah, of course. Here we go. A wicked man of the desert cast this dreadful curse. And here's the story. I'm going to let you watch. This evil man ceaselessly uses his vile sorcerer's powers in his search for the sacred realm that is connected to Hyrule. For it is in that sacred realm that one will find the divine relic, the Triforce, which contains the essence of the gods. If you're not familiar, the Triforce is that three-triangled symbol in every Zelda game. Before time began, before spirits and life existed, 3 golden goddesses descended upon the chaos that was Hyrule. God, this was Din, the goddess of power, Nehru, the goddess of wisdom, Farore, the goddess of courage. The graphics on this, while clearly dated, when I saw this for the first time, I remember just being blown away that I was playing this game. Din. With her strong flaming arms, she cultivated the land and created the Red Earth. Nehru poured her wisdom onto the earth and gave the spirit of law to the world. Thank goodness. Farore, with her rich soul, produced all life forms who would uphold the law. And there is a Triforce. The 3 great goddesses, their labors completed, departed for the heavens, and golden sacred triangles remained at the point where the goddesses left the world. Since then, the sacred triangles have become the basis of our world's providence, and the resting place of the triangles has become the sacred realm. Thou must never allow the desert man in black armor to lay his hands on the sacred Triforce. Thou must never suffer that man with his evil heart to enter the sacred realm of legend. That evil man who cast the death curse upon me and sapped my power, because of that curse, my end is nigh. Though your valiant efforts to break the curse were successful, I was doomed before you started. Yes, I will pass away soon, but do not grieve for me. I have been able to tell you of these important matters. This is Hyrule's final hope. Fuck. Right? Max, go now to Hyrule Castle. There, thou will surely meet the Princess of Destiny. Take this stone with you, the stone that man wanted so much that he cast the curse on me. That's right. So before you go and collect, you gotta get the 3 stones, and then you take those, and then you get the Ocarina. This game is good, everybody. We're nearing the end of the stream. I appreciate you all being here. If you are still watching on the live stream, thank you, thank you, thank you. Head over to YouTube and subscribe to me. That would really help me out in a couple different ways, but most importantly, just so I can understand kind of how many people are watching and what videos people are interested in watching over there. And even more importantly, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook. All of those 3 places, I post the same thing, so you don't have to do it in multiple places. But I'm going to put every time I'm going to stream on there. I try to lead discussions about different video games that are from my past, or just kind of random, kind of based on what is happening in the community at large. But please do that. I'd really appreciate it. If you're watching this later on YouTube, head over to Twitch. Follow me there. That way you can watch me live and actually be part of the interaction in chat. Alright, we got Kokori's Emerald. This is the spiritual stone of the forest, now entrusted to me by the great Deku Tree. Who's dying? God. The future depends upon thee, Max. Thou art courageous. Navi the fairy, help Max to carry out my will. I entreat ye, Navi. Goodbye. That's a bad sentence, but that's okay. Entreat is just not even part of it. God, the Deku Tree dies right off the bat. How crazy is that? Let's go to Hyrule Castle. Yeah. Goodbye, great Deku Tree. Sad. Deku Tree's in a ton of Zelda games also. I want to say the first time was in Link's Awakening, but I could be wrong. What is happening? Hey Max, what did you do? The great Deku Tree, did he die? How could you do a thing like that? It's all your fault. It's not my fault, you bastard. Alright. I think it's time to head toward Hyrule Castle. And once we make it out into the field, the not open world, it's not technically an open world game. Once we get out there, that'll be the end of the stream. Oh, you're leaving. I knew that you would leave the forest someday, Max. Because you are different from me and my friends. But that's okay, because we'll be friends forever, won't we? I think, yeah. I want you to have this ocarina. Please take good care of it. Huh? Is that the Ocarina of Time? We don't know. Could be. That could be the one. We received the Fairy Ocarina. This is a memento from Saria. Set it to C and press C to start playing it. On the Select Item subscreen, you can set it to any of the buttons. Yeah, cool. You can play different notes with A and the 4 C buttons. Press B to quit playing. Yeah, we're gonna mess around with that a little bit. When you play my ocarina, I hope you will think of me and come back to the forest to visit. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Hey, it looks like a few people joined me right here near the end. We're getting close to the end of the stream, but I do appreciate you joining in. This is Zelda Ocarina of Time. We're playing it because, one, it's a great game. Two, I have a lot of history with the game, and I haven't even really talked a ton about it. And three, right now on Twitter and Instagram, a small community of us kind of retro game people are celebrating Zelda weeks. So I wanted to bring a Zelda game into the mix of my streams. I might actually do another one after for my next stream, depending upon whether I can get someone to play with me or not. But let's take a look and see what this field looks like. See how big it seems. Here's an owl. It appears that the time has finally come for you to start your adventure. You will encounter many hardships ahead. That is your fate. Don't feel discouraged, even during the toughest times. Go straight this way and you will see Hyrule Castle. You will meet a princess there. If you are lost and don't know which way to go, look at the map. The areas you have explored will be shown on the map. Press Start to enter the subscreens, and Z or R to find the map. On the map subscreen, you will also see a flashing dot showing you which way you should go next. Did you get it? Heck yeah. Alright, thanks, Owl. One of the things that I don't love about certain games like this, like that owl was literally just telling me how menus worked. It's kind of a weird thing. But, it's important. So I'm going to mess around just for a second with the ocarina, just so you can kind of see. So, let's see. It's interesting. So I've only got 5 notes here, but when you play an ocarina song, it really gives it a lot more credit. Anyway, so this has been Ocarina of Time. I really, really, truly appreciate all of you being here. I think, oh shit. Did you see that? I think the castle's this way. But thank you for being here. This is Mom's Basement TV. My name's Max. I think that this has been a really fun thing for me to do, and I appreciate all of you giving me the chance to do this for you and with you. So until next time, we'll see you soon.